Welcome back to some new r/Tales from the Call Center stories. I hope you had a great day. In today's stories we have a look at a new subreddit and some interesting stories about people interacting with call centers. So sit back, relax and enjoy the stories. The first story is called We Can Hear You. Our customer service for a food delivery service. A customer calls and says their food never arrived and it was over an hour late. I check their order number and their food is marked as delivered. I try to contact the driver, but no luck. Sometimes a driver will give food to a greedy neighbor pretending to be the customer. Sometimes they leave it in lobbies of apartment buildings and it gets taken. Sometimes there's just a system error. So I gave the driver and the customer the benefit of the doubt. I asked if they wanted to be reimbursed or if they wanted the order sent again. They said reimbursed. I could have just reimbursed them 50% of the order and gone on with my night, but they had been courteous, which goes a long way in a call center. So I decided to try and go in for the full reimbursement for them. I had to check with my supervisor to get approval for the refund, because the full order was just a little over what I can approve myself. I said I would place them on a brief hold. The supervisor needed a minute, so I was waiting. That's when I hear this on the other end. She bought it? Yep, I told you, this always works. It's not that same guy from before, is it? I hung up and called back till I got someone else. I immediately took them off hold and informed them their refund request could not be approved, and since the delivery was marked as received, that I could not credit the account. Then I disconnected the call and flagged the account for fraud. They will likely find themselves banned from the app for a week, if this is their first time, and I doubt it is, so it might even be a permanent ban. I can put up with a lot, but I have zero tolerance for fraud. The next story is called I Can't Believe I Had to Explain This to an Adult. I work at a road assistance company. Yesterday I was helping arrange a tow for this lady whose car had a flat tire. She thought her wheel bearing might have gotten damaged, so she needed to take it to a garage. She told me that her car is in her apartment's underground parking garage. Quick towing lesson for folks who don't know this already. Your average tow truck is too big to fit inside an underground garage. But my company has one smaller truck that can go into an underground garage. However, at the time of this call, that truck wasn't available until that afternoon. Meaning this lady's options are that I could send a light service truck to change the tire, or she can call back in the afternoon when the underground truck is available. Simple, right? Well, not according to her. I said, I apologize, but because our underground truck isn't available until later this afternoon, we can't tow you at the moment. We can send a light service truck, or you can call back later in the day, which is best for you. I don't want to call back later, so I guess I'll take the light service truck. Can it tow me to my garage? No ma'am, it's just a light service truck that isn't capable of towing. Imagine a regular pickup truck and that's what we'd be sending. What good is that going to do me? I want a tow. The light service truck can change your tire. That might be all you need. If you insist on getting a tow, you'll have to wait until the afternoon. Why do I have to wait? Our underground truck is unavailable at the moment, but it will be available later on. Can't you send a regular tow truck? You gotta have those available. We do, but a regular tow truck can't get to your vehicle. I don't get it. Why can't it tow me? Because tow trucks are too big to fit into the parking garage. Okay, well, just send the regular tow truck and I'm pretty sure they can take the tools and go into the garage. He should be able to tow me then, right? Unless your car can be driven out of the underground, he won't be able to tow you. Can you drive your car out of the underground at least? No, I can't drive it out. It needs to be towed. Then you will have to wait for the smaller truck to become available, so it can go down to get your car. I want a big truck though. Ma'am, the big trucks can't go down to get your car. This is an issue of size. The truck can't physically go down into your parking garage to your car. It won't do you any good if we send a big tow truck. Alright, well, can the driver in the big truck park out front and then go down with his tools to change my tire? If the driver changes your tire, will you drive it out of the underground for the tow? Well, if he changes my tire, then I won't need to get towed. Well, in that case, I just send a light service truck to change your tire. No, I want the big truck. Ma'am, we need our tow trucks for tow calls. If you're not getting towed, then I can probably get a light service truck to you faster. I might need to be towed though. Ma'am, I've explained this before. The big tow trucks are big. Too big to go underground. They will not be able to tow you. I don't get it, but fine, send whatever. This woman was in her 30s. I cannot believe I actually had this conversation with an adult. The last story is called I accidentally outed a husband. I first started my call center life at 18 years old. I worked for an ISP company in the UK that offered broadband, TV, telco and mobile. I started off in the first line customer service team. I helped with billing inquiries and service information. The calls were relatively simple and our billing system usually confused the customers, so I spent most of my days dealing with billing issues. But then I got a special call. Hello, my bill is a bit more than I was expecting this month and I can't see why. Okay, let me help you. So you are paying £65 per month for our TV, phone and broadband. And on average, your bills add up to £70 per month. That's the total cost including any extra calls out with your allowance and any pay-per-views. But this month I can see that your bill is just over £80. The call costs seem to be the same as previous months, but you have a few more pay-per-views on your bill. A few more? How many more? I know we usually order a movie or two monthly, but they are usually £3 to £5. Well, I can see 2 purchased movies from our on-demand directory. Those add up to £6, and the rest are marked here as other pay-per-view showings. I dread what's happening next. Anyone who worked for my department knew that other was either a sporting pay-per-view or an adult film. Other pay-per-view showings? I don't know what it is. It could be anything, like a live event such as boxing or wrestling. It could even be other movies purchased outside our media collection. I never purchased that. Could the box be faulty? That could be a possibility. I have a system that can check each pay-per-view. The system looks at the box event history, such as what button commands the box received to purchase the movie, and if the viewing was paused, rewound, etc. Please hold. If the box was faulty, then it would show no route to the purchase, just that it was subscribed at X time with no input from the remote at that time. It would usually have multiple purchases within the same second, which is impossible for a human to do. Thanks for holding, ma'am. It looks to me that the pay-per-view was purchased. I can see that it was purchased at 22:08 and it was also viewed at the time. It was also paused at 22:30 and it was reopened at 22:40. It seems that someone has watched this viewing. But I never purchased this. I understand that you may not have bought this, but do you have anyone in your house that could have maybe purchased this? The penny finally drops, and the customer realizes that her husband would have purchased them. Can I ask, what was the pay-per-view? Let me find out. Okay, I can see it was an adult movie. More awkward silence, followed by some heavy breathing from the customer. I'm going to kill him, up at all hours watching that. I'm going to confront him about this. What was the name of the title? Let me have a look. As you would guess, some of the titles of the films can be a bit rude, so they are usually redacted on the billing system. If this is the case, then I'll send you an itemized list of all purchases from the last 60 days. This will include the title of the pay-per-view. I pull up the title and I make an audible gasp. I cover this up by clearing my throat and some coughs. I make an excuse to the customer that I need some water and put her on hold. I call a floor worker over and explain the situation. She calls her manager over and we ultimately make a decision to tell the customer the name of the title since it's her data and she is legally entitled to it. Thank you for holding. I've got the title for the pay-per-view. Again, some awkward silence, which is broken by the customer. Well, tell me, what is it? It's called, not the actual title, George Goes to Town on Billy. The awkward silence intensifies. I'm sorry, what? I repeat the title. An only male adult movie? I guess it is. Right, and you said it's been watched. You're 100% sure? According to the system, it indicates that it's been legitimately purchased and watched. Beep. She hung up. Thanks for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please consider subscribing to the channel. Let me know what you think about the stories and the subreddit in the comment section below. Have a great day. Bye bye.